Hey, Planeswalkers, Mythras here. Hope you're doing well and staying safe. Welcome to today's episode of Top Deck, my friends. We are back at it today with a top 1000 Selesnya Toski deck. I believe it's by New. Apologies if I butchered that, my friends. Now, quickly here, we do have a lot coming at you, so feel free to navigate down below for the timestamps and also the deck list, my friends, where we are going to cover this list and strategy and objective quickly. We'll also talk about how to sideboard for best of 3, and then we're going to go play some competitive Magic here for you in both best of 1 and best of 3, my friends, and then wrap it all together for you and where this may sit in the meta today. So excited to chat about this. Please feel free to flip me a like if you enjoyed the video, and other great ways to support the channel down below as well. If you do have questions or comments throughout, let me know, my friends. Happy to help as always, or feel free to hop in the Discord server. So here's what we got going on. Selesnya Toski. The biggest thing with this deck is obviously we got Toski Bearer Secrets here. This guy's indestructible, can't be countered, attacks each combat if able, and when a creature we control deals damage to a player, draw a card. But the big thing about this deck is not just Toski, we actually got 3 draw engines here. So we got Toski, we got Great Henge, and we have Edgewell Innkeeper, keeping it along with the Selesnya good old friends here with the adventures, keeping that draw engine going as well. So lots of great ways early on, mid-range, and kind of, well, I guess double mid-range there, or potentially a late game, to really keep this engine firing on all cylinders, my friends. So really kind of a mid-rangey game deck anyway, and we have great ways to remove things, keep making our creatures bigger, get some flyers, tokens, removal, all kinds of things here. Now, the only comment that I would make on this deck is you could add a couple of different lands here. You could obviously go with the Castle Vantress. You could also go with the Garenbrig, I think it is, where you can tap for 6 mana or whatever and play creatures. So lots of things to remember there, my friends, or ideas as well. And then obviously, if you really wanted to, you could flip it into a snow engine, or throw in everyone's favorite like mine, Crawling Barrens, so that you have some other late game resistance there for some of those control decks. So really like this deck, very excited to play it here. Now let's talk about the sideboard, because we do have a little bit going on, which is perfect for today's meta. And additionally, my friends, I will break this down for you in terms of aggro, mid-range, and late game. So when we talk about aggro decks, these are things like mono red, Boros aggro. We also got mono white aggro. We have a, you could consider the Gruul aggro stuff as well. Some other adventure decks like Naya, or Naya aggro, absolutely. So with that, what I would do to move in is, since this is kind of more of a mid-rangey game deck, in my opinion, it does typically hold up fairly well against an aggro deck. The biggest things that I would pull in is a Drannith Magistrate if our friends are playing Foretell here in the aggro game. Potentially you may run into that once in a while, but the real one here is actually the adventure one. Additionally, Glass Casket is nice. I don't mind Scavenging Ooze because we get some life gain back and also a bigger body at times, so you can keep that one in mind. Redain, God of the Worthy here if you are playing those snow lands, absolutely going to throw this one in. And then Archon of Absolution really helps against other mono white decks, Naya decks, also potentially if you need something to go over the top, or if you just want your opponents to pay, even something like a mono red, you could think about that as well. So really like what we have going on here. What I would consider moving out or in, we're gonna like the Skyclave Apparition. We also like Luminarch Aspirant. You might not need the Giant Killer, because they might not get really big. You obviously can hit Annex with that. Other adventure decks, you can hit Lovestruck Beast. You might be able to hit Bone Crusher as well, so keep those things in mind. I don't mind flipping out a Clarion Spirit or going a little bit lighter on the Shepherd of the Flock as well. It's nice to bounce some of these things. The other thing that we can do is we can go a little bit lower on the top end here. We could drop 2 Toskis, we could drop a Great Henge, and then you're going to have a lot of flexibility here within the shell. We are running 23 lands, so it is fairly aggressive, so I wouldn't necessarily cut in that space there, my friends. So that's what we're going to do against that aggro. Again, as we move into the mid-range, these are things similar, like I said, the Gruul aggro deck or Gruul Adventures. We also can consider, is it Tempo here? We got Naya Adventures, depending on the version. And then also we begin to move into some of these other decks like Jund Sack, Rakdos Sack, they are still around. So those are some considerations, and then you might even want to take up the good old Jeskai Cycle deck that can also be kind of seen as a aggro deck. But those ones, we also have not only the creature-based stuff, but as we move into the sacrifice decks, we also have some of those traditional Rakdos sacrifice decks, other decks that are going to rely more on direct kills, damage, or spells. And then also you can consider potentially, again, in that aggro to mid-range slot, some of our lovely rogues decks, my friends. So creature base will kind of align the same depending on what they are playing, obviously. But the big one here is you may want to play Snakeskin Veil. You may want to consider Wilt. And then again, depending on what they are playing here, Foretell decks or adventure decks, sign in some of these other items, and Glass Casket potentially as well. And then if they are running flyers, that isn't a bad one to flip in there too. Probably a little bit less as we move away from that aggro into that other kind of direct kill spell, mid-range control spell kind of game, because you really just want to keep things hitting the board and moving. In that space, what I would potentially, if you're not playing more of the aggro or creature base, Giant Killer isn't a bad one to think about. Shepherd of the Flock isn't bad. Jaspera Sentinel's nice. You could always go lower on this one too. It's just that ability to play this turn one, drop something, tap it, and kind of keep your flow going there too, which is very important, and things to consider. Then as we move into the late game here, now again, you might want to, you could always move some of these out and move it more mid-range. Late game, things like the Ultimatum decks, both Temur, also our favorite Emergent or Sultai. We also start to move into some of the Doom decks, Esper, 4-color, and a few other things there. Also the Azorius Fable one potentially, that we've just seen and ran recently here as well, which is pretty cool. What we're going to do here again is maybe direct kill. Yorion decks run a Foul, Draft Magistrate again if they are running stuff where they can't cast spells from anywhere other than their hand. Scavenging Ooze I missed on the mid-range, isn't a bad one there to get Croxa on those kinds of discard decks as well, so don't forget that. Wilt potentially, because we can hit artifacts or enchantments, and then you're probably going to be fairly good, to be honest. And where I would look to move out here again is probably the Giant Killer, and probably that. Maybe Jesper as well. Potentially Skyclave if they aren't playing enchantments as well, or you can't hit things, and that's kind of similar to mid-range. But we want to go really fast here, my friends. Toski Bearer Secrets is nice because it is going to miss that Verdict, or Shadow's Verdict, so we can keep that in mind. So that is the aggro, that is the mid-range, and as a late game lineup here for us in terms of our best of 3 matches, my friends. We talked about strategy objective of this deck as that mid-range Selesnya Toski draw engine here. Absolutely loving it. 3 ways to really fire off. So now let's go play some competitive Magic here, like I said. But before we get started, we have been, we'll save an exit. We have been waiting. I hit the top 50. We're seeing how many days it takes to decay. It's actually going a little bit faster than I thought, to be honest. So we're at 1276 here. So if you guys have been watching that, it's been pretty incredible. So let's go ahead now and jump into into some play. Looking forward to playing this one. Just a couple quick callouts here. We did have the fun of playing this top 1500 Golgari one, the Azorius Fable one, like I mentioned, the Abzan Yorion deck as well, and some other cool things. But recently, yesterday, we took a pause and did a collaboration with our friend Charizard James. Super fun, you guys. Check it out. Great meta talk, story, and all those things as well. I highly encourage that. So let's go ahead though and hop into our Selesnya Toski deck, because that's what you guys came to see today. All right, so we're gonna play some best of 1, and then we'll flip over and do our best of 3 as always. So for those of you joining now, we covered off on the best of 1, a really main deck. We talked about the best 3 strategy objective of this deck, really having 3 draw engines. And then I also talked about some of the decks we recently covered and a lot of the fun that we've had within the last day here with our friend Charizard James. We did an awesome collab that you guys should absolutely check out. Would love to hear feedback. And obviously, many of you guys got to see what's going on behind the scenes. And jokingly, as I said, you know, not being a deep fake kind of a thing. So. All right, let's see what we got here. We got a late game deck, so this should be interesting. So we'll do this. We're going to play this first because what we can do is we can do that double up, like I said, as long as they don't counter here. So we can go our planes. We can drop the edge wall. There we go. So we got a... We'll do this. We can do this. So here's how that works, you guys and gals. I'll go there. Next, we can go Toski, which is going to be big. So we'll see what they play here. And hope they don't have a counter spell. Well, they can't counter it anyway. But they could push Luminark back. We'll put it on Toski, and we're going to start drawing. Very, very nice. So that's how that engine works, my friends. And it can't be blown off with Doomscar, which this very well could be a Doomscar deck. And we're going to trigger all these bad boys. That is very, very nice. Doomscar is going to hurt. Let's end turn. I'm actually going to flip out a forest here. Now we don't have lethal yet. We're good. Oh, love it. Love it, love it, love it. So we got to see almost all of the draw engines there in action. We could have got Great Henge almost in maybe the next turn there. So awesome, my friends. Let's go ahead into our next best of one deck. Couldn't have asked for anything sweeter there for our first match out of the gates against probably an Azorius, control Azorius Foretell deck, but they could not get that Toski off, which is a huge piece onto the battlefield there. So we get to go first. I will keep this. We got another late game deck with Cool Wolverine here. I'll play the Edgewell. I'll drop the Luminark. Think turn 2 here. All right, so there's our Toski again. Do I go on the Edgewell though? I think we do. We got Sultai. It's probably going to be an emergent deck. Looks like an emergent deck. So here's what we're gonna do here. And we'll take that off. Prevent the ramp. Now we can get Toski on next turn. So let's see what they play. If we can do that, we're gonna get a huge refill. They kill Skyclave though, that's gonna hurt. Okay, we're sitting good. Now we'll put the counter on Toski there. They have Verdant that will keep us alive, which is gonna be key. I didn't have lethal. And now we got plenty of refueling. Too bad not enough to flip something back here, though. Probably would have flipped the Luminarch. So, enough for Verdant. Oof. Good thing we got another one. So if we would have put one more on there, what's that give us? We're gonna be real close. We're gonna do this right, so we can keep Shepherd of the Flock. Boom! Very, very nice today, my friends. Woo. This one is hot, 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 hot. The fast reload is so nice when you get to that turn 4. That is a lot of draw, a lot of draw. Not bad. All right, our third best of one here against Cody. I will keep this. Another Toski, looking good, even though we got a slow start. Well, actually, I take that back. We don't have a slow start. We'll see if they trade. All right, we'll do this one. Now we have Skyclave still. We'll trade. Now, we can pull it back here, so keep that in mind. That's why I did that. We'll go up one. Probably should have left it, though. Should have went on the 2 there. Could have won for 4. Ooh. There we go. So we can double up. Now, hopefully we can get Toski on next turn. We'll see. So it's a Clerics Lifegain deck. Ooh, there you go. Very nice. My favorite Shadow Spear. All right, we can reload. We can block with Toski here. We need to get a Luminarch, though. Get a Skyclave. Oh! Let's do this. Wow. All right, let's see what they got. Ooh. I think it's this play, you guys. Let's do this. Take that guy off. Then we drop one of these. Where are we going? Keep that guy up. They could have blocked. We would have got 2 Luminarchs through. And we can't forget Shadow Spear removes Indestructible there. We're gonna double draw here. That's big. We got a lot of damage here. So we can hit the Baneslayer with the Giant Killer. Boom. 3-0 best of one. Super nice. We got every engine going there. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous there, my friends. So let's go into our best of three lineup. Very, very fun. All right. Time for the best of three. We'll go to our traditional standard play. There's that top 1500 Golgari one. Now our top 1000 Selesnya Toski deck. All right. Let's see what we got going on here today. So in terms of best of one, my friends, we cleaned house. We went 3-0. We played a nice variety of decks between some mid-rangey aggro-y type decks and some late game decks, so pretty awesome there. And I'm pretty sure we beat an emergent deck, which is what top played deck as well. Oof. All right, so this is a start we can keep. So looks like an emergent deck. So this is the play we did last time. I'm gonna stick to this one. To really load the board here. All right, so we have the Banish into Fable most likely now. So we do this, we do this. Uh-oh. Board wiper right there. So we need to decide. I don't think we need to do that. Let's take the draw. Ooh. So if they have this Doom Scar, we're going to be in trouble. All right. As long as we don't hit a counter spell. That could still be a problem. We'll try it though. I might keep that guy on the board. Alright, so they have to kill me. I need a Doom Scar. Otherwise, we're good. Or a board wipe. It's not going to be enough, I don't think. Think we're okay. Boom! Alright, so we got to move very fast on this deck. Artifact or enchantment. I can pull that one in. Target hexproof, that's not going to help. I think we board in him. Let's drop 2 of those. And well, they still have the Yorion. We might need that still. Let's go one of these guys. Okay. There we go. All right. Nice and fast matches. Very fast. Not the best start here. We do have a turn 1 though. This is better. Oop. Drop a land. Oof, we hit double. Lots of draw. I think we can wait on the Skyclave for now. This still could be banished into Fable, so. Oh man. I'm gonna keep that one in my hand. Could have split that. It is going to be banished into Fable. Probably could have hit him, the Skyclave. Yeah, it is. So we'll hit their Skyclave. Ouch. This is the banish into Fable deck. Here we go. Let's do this. Yeah, I was worried about that one. Land. Oh, no. Probably Doomscar in their hand. We're gonna run into a not so nice match here. We're gonna run out of cards. We didn't hit anything big off the bat. Oh, and they're gonna get so much value off Yorion. One, 2, 6. We need one more. But we need a land, and then, oh, I didn't do it. They're gonna bounce my guy back. I will take that. I'm okay with that. So now you guys get to see how that also works. But we know... There we go. They were doing that for the extra value. Not bad. Gonna have enough. Can block with him though. I don't think so. I think we're gonna end up losing. $11. I think that's lethal. And yeah, it is. We'll make him swing in. Nice. Not bad. So we got to see Banishing the Fable work some more. So we know that that's going to be a problem. We really have to draw fast, or we're going to end up with some issues here. I'm going to throw this guy in. I'm okay with that as well. And let's see what else we can flip out. I might flip that one out. We need our Toski though. All right, let's do that. Pull the land. It's gonna be real risky. I'm going real aggro here though. Ooh, not the right start. Oh. This is so bad. I will keep this, even though I really don't want to. One, two. Some more value off that. Let's do that. Well, let's try that. Moving one land just destroyed me. Three times. You guys saw that. That's really bad. Really bad. Really bad. Oh wait. They're gonna get to late game way too fast. And we're totally hosed. Oh, what a bummer to ruin a nice 3-game series like that. It happens though, so. One land. Alright, we're going good game. Not gonna waste your guys' time, because we're not coming back from that. So, nice matches today, minus that. But, you know what? I'll take it, because we had a lot of fun in Best of One. We crushed it. We saw the deck do very well. We just did not see it hold up nicely in that third match. So we did take down the first one in the Best of 3. So let's go ahead here and just recap. So this is a top 1,000 deck. Selesnya Toski deck again, my friends. by our friend Desinu, I believe. So again, apologies there. But to recap, in best of one, we crushed it. We went 3-0. We played a nice variety of decks, mid-range, late game stuff. And we got the best of three. We played a very top deck right now, Fable, or Azorius Fable. So Bastion and Fable, you guys saw it happen there, that second match. And then the third match against that deck, we mulliganed, and we did not have any luck. It was horrible, horrible, horrible. Should have kept that first one. But anyway, overall, what I would say here, again, a very, very nice draw engine deck. We really saw it get going, and once it moves, and you can find the answers that you need, you guys, to close things in. We didn't actually play Clarion Spirit. We had Giant Killer work. We got Shepherd the Flock in, and then kind of everything else. And Toski Bear of the Secrets, that 4-drop, and a full hand reload is absolutely incredible. So best of one, I think we keep an eye on this. I think it could be a little bit more tuned for best of one. We did talk about some of the land drops there, but I really like this deck. I think it's got some legs potentially. Probably, I would say the top half of tier 2. So let's keep an eye on it and see how things evolve. And then for best of 3 there, I think there's a good spot for this, certainly in that mid range. It does dodge a decent amount of things and removal with Toski there, so we can keep that in mind as well. I would say probably on the higher side of the tier 2 stuff right now. Certainly tier 2, but we'll keep an eye on it again. So I was rather impressed with the play and thought it ran smoothly, minus that last match there we had, Planeswalkers. So as always, again, if you have questions or comments, let me know down below. Happy to help. Hop in the Discord server, my friends. That information's down in the details. Feel free to support the channel any way, shape, or form. Much is always appreciated. You guys, truly, thank you. I don't take it for granted. You guys are awesome. And then additionally, my friends, toss me a like if you like today's episode and if you like what we're doing and everything like that. And obviously, check out the fun collab that I was able to do with our buddy Charizard James. So we're very excited about that. You guys take a moment and check it out and drop that a like and shoot him some love and support to you guys. So awesome. We'll see you guys soon. Stay safe. Take care. We got a lot of stuff coming this week. We got our weekly episode for the meta. I'm going to be doing a new tier list here soon as well for March. My gosh. And then you guys saw where we're at on our DK. We're going to be getting back into that ranked play here again soon. Was just trying to see after personal record hitting top 50 there in like the first 5 days. Pretty insane. Seeing how long it actually takes to go. So a little bit faster than what I thought, but that's great. I'm itching to get back in there and seeing what we can shake up for everyone. All right, Planeswalkers, you stay safe. We'll see you again soon. Mythras out. Until next time, we got a lot of stuff coming your way.